Hey everybody, Mark Comfort here, and I just wanted to say hi to you and tell you how excited I am to do this webinar for you to learn about one of the most special, I think, river cruises we've done in a long, long time. And I want to tell you the start of this because this is really a cool story. First of all, November 14th of this past year was our 36th anniversary in business. And so for that, we were invited out to the AmaWaterways headquarters in Calabasas, California by the owners of AmaWaterways. We're one of their top clients. So they wanted us to meet all their executives, we know all the owners, but all the executives that we just deal with, you know, over the phone or via email. And so we went out to dinner that night, and we were with the owner, the female owner, Kristen Karst of AmaWaterways, and we were at dinner. And she said, "Mark, would you like to order the wine?" And I said, "I'd love to." And the waitress gave me the wine menu, and I looked at it, and I saw Silver Oak on there at $175 a bottle, I might add. And I said, "Christine, do we have a Silver Oak budget or not quite Silver Oak?" And I don't know if you know Silver Oak or not, but in my world and in so many people's world, they make the best Cabernet maybe anybody makes for the dollar. And spectacular, spectacular. So her face, Christine, the co-owner of AmaWaterways, ear to ear smiles. So you knew something was up. And I said, "Okay, what are you smiling about?" And she said, "I can't believe you asked about Silver Oaks. Of all the wines on that menu, you asked about Silver Oak." And I said, "Yeah, I know. I love Silver Oak Cabernet." And she said, "Mark, I do have the budget for Silver Oak for our dinner tonight." And I was with Mimi, my wife, our general manager, Kimberly Griffey, and our office manager, Jessica Cummins. And they had three of their executives at this table. So it was going to be, you know, several bottles of that, which is quite expensive, one way or another. I said, "Christine, you're smiling. Tell me why you're smiling." And she said, "Mark, you won't believe this, but just yesterday, we signed a contract with the Silver Oak Winery to do 4 river cruises in southern France in late October and November of 2025. So I said, "Christine, we'd like to be part of that. Is there any way we could be part of it?" She said, "Mark, I don't know. Silver Oak signed the charters for all 4 sailings, October 23rd, and this is the last one, November 13th. Still a very good time of the year to be in southern France because we're so far south. It'll be in the mid to low 60s as the high that time of the year, and we'll probably hit their fall color changes, I hope." So anyway, she said, "I'll have to go back to Silver Oak and I'll ask them." Long story short, Silver Oak allowed Ama to give us 25 staterooms, and we took it. We took all 25 staterooms, and today is a Wednesday. Last night, Tuesday, we had our first informational seminar on this cruise, which will be celebrating our 37th anniversary in business. Again, November 13th through the 20th of 2025. And Silver Oak will be the sponsoring wine company. It is a wine-themed cruise, so there will be wine tastings and pairings at dinner a couple times during the week with Silver Oak wine. And it's on one of AmaWaterways' best ships called AmaKristina, which is named after the owner of the company, Kristen Karst, who I'm telling you about that we just had dinner with. And you'll hear all about this. So I've asked one of our agents, Lauren Verrill, and her husband, Mike. They are just the greatest people in the whole world, and they're big into wine. And I'm hoping Mimi will go with me. She said she reserves the right to make that decision later, but I'm going for sure. And I want to tell you all about this because last night we had the in-person seminar, and you ready for this? We have 18 of our 25 rooms already booked and deposited from one event. So that tells you A, about the cruise, the river cruise experience, B, about the fact that it's Silver Oak sponsored, and it just happens to be our 37th year in business, and the fact that it's on such a great ship. So I'm going to go over the destination with you. I'm going to go over the ship itself. I'm going to go over just a whole lot of things, and then how you can make your decisions if you want to join us. I hope you will, because we're down to 7 cabins left yet. And God, I mean, what a home run we hit last night. It was so exciting. And the people that have already signed up, I've traveled with most of them, and they are such fun, enjoyable, classy people. So you'll be very happy with the people going with us. So let me get into this. But before I do, for our 37th year anniversary, I asked them if they would provide a bottle of Silver Oak Cabernet for each and every person, or each and every stateroom that was booked. So in your room when you get on the ship will be one bottle of Silver Oak Cabernet. And I asked for the 2018 or 2019 vintage. Hopefully they'll give me that, but beggars can't be choosers. You'll get this, and it's free of charge. Compliments of Cruise Holidays Kansas City for our 37th anniversary and AmaWaterways. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. I think you'll be very, very pleased with what we have to offer here on the. And by the way, it's called a Celebration of Wine Cruise. Okay, and what Silver Oak will do, like I say, they'll have at least one dinner that will be an entire wine pairing of Silver Oak wines with every course of the dinner. They will have a wine tasting where they have one of the Silver Oak vintners on board to tell us and teach us about what they do, how they do it, and why their Cabernets especially are so good. And then they will have a sip and sail, one of their hourly happy hours from 6 to 7 o'clock, which Ama does every week, every day of the week while you're on the cruise. And they will be hosting that. So Silver Oak will be free on that sip and sail. So let me go over. The cruise starts on November 13th in Arles, France. And believe it or not, this is my wife Mimi's favorite river. We've cruised this river 3 times, and it is seriously, it's a spectacular itinerary, spectacularly beautiful river with the topography, the mountains, the hills, you'll see all this. And the history. When I get into this, well, let's just show you a little bit. The Roman army came through this Rhône River Valley, just exactly where we are going, and they built things like this Roman amphitheater. This is the 2nd largest Roman amphitheater in the world. It is still in such good shape. They still have events here quite often, concerts and bullfights. So, and again, I've been there. Mimi loves the markets. The marketplaces in Arles are just, well, in all of France, but Arles is her favorite place for the markets. And again, as you know, with river cruising, maybe you don't know, you have one free tour to take at every stop we make, and you can pick from, gosh, up to 6 different tour options, of which many are historical trips. Like here, we have a walking tour of Arles. There's a bike tour of Arles. There's a hike in Arles, like there is in almost every city. And then there will be lots and lots of wine tastings at all of these ports that are part of the excursion too, because it is a celebration of wine themed cruise. But look at that, isn't that spectacular? And I got to tell you, you're going to love a lot of it, but this is probably my favorite place in this entire area, favorite tour that you will get a chance to do. And it'll be in the afternoon, that first day in Arles. And this is this Les Beaux area of Provence, just spectacular. And I don't know if you can see the French flag there. Walk down that little walkway and you see the people right in front of what looks like a big gigantic garage door. That honestly is the entrance into an underground where they have, I'll tell you, let's see if I can get it right. It's called the something Carrière, forgive me, I don't know French very well. I don't say it very well. Carrières des Luminaires. It's a light and sound show that was a quarry. That's the entrance to it right there. And they usually have Van Gogh, Monet, or Picasso, and they have it all on the walls and the light show going with it. It's just a spectacular production. So that is a must-do, in my opinion. Okay, now let's go to the next day. And I don't know if you've heard of the town of Avignon. Avignon, I'm a big history guy. This was the home for the popes for 70 some odd years. And it took 200 years to build this and to start to finish. 7 popes ruled the Catholic world, some say the world, in the 1300s. I think it's 1306 to 1377. The popes who were kicked out of Italy put their Vatican City, if you will, right here in Avignon. And it is still one of the most intact, spectacular walled cities that you will ever see, with a complete city on the inside of it, with all these shops and all these historical places. And it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which I think says a lot. Okay, here's a great shot of one of the walls. And as you can imagine, the fortress, the defense system, which is on the outside, was impenetrable and designed to protect the popes, right? So you'll be blown away if you haven't seen it. Oh, it's spectacular. Then we go to areas, and I love this about river cruising. There's always the big names, the cities like Lyon, maybe you've heard of, Paris, I know you've heard of, Marseille, Nice, Normandy, Giverny, all these cities that you've probably heard of in France. But on these river cruises, it is almost always these little bitty villages or towns or areas that maybe you've never heard of before that are some of your favorite memories. In this town, okay, I got to tell you, my wife, truffles are something she just thinks is the greatest thing in the world. And here they have a black diamond truffle farm, where one of the tours that are offered that day will be to go to this black diamond truffle farm and watch the farmer and his trained dog find truffles. It's really incredible. And guess what? You get to taste them, perhaps with wine too. You never know whether truffles and wine goes so well together, but in France, they do. You know everything in France: food, the culinary part of France, wine, spectacular. This has been my year to be in France, and I've been there 3 times already. And I want to tell you, it's just a great country. Do you know France is the #1 country in the world for tourism? And after the Olympics, their tourism has just skyrocketed. So this is a tremendous value on top of the fact that it's a great destination on a great cruise ship. So, and again, there's all these different options of tours that you could do at each one of these places. But here I would sure say the truffle farm. This is also an area where the Châteauneuf de Pape, the chateaus of the vineyards that the popes owned, is in this Viviers area between Avignon and Viviers. Okay, Tournon, this is a very beautiful place too. The last time we were there, we did the steam train ride up through this mountain range that Mimi still to this day calls it a Hallmark movie set, a scene, experience. It's just idyllic. And I did too, just loved it. The old steam train going up this beautiful valley with the river below us, not the Rhône River, but a little stream, actually more than a river below us. It was just beautiful. And then we get to the top of the mountain, and you literally watch how they built this in the mid 1800s, how they turned the steam locomotive engine around and the rest of the train cars to go down. It's to go back down. It's just cool. You can see, I love the terraced hills and mountains all around the area. Wine, as you know, in most of France is a big deal. In Tournon, the same way. Now, they will also have a red wine and chocolate tasting here in Tournon too, if the steam train engine ride or steam train ride does not appeal to you. Or you can have a hike. Okay, so there's always a lot to do. Always a lot to do. Or by the way, you do nothing at all or do your own thing. You take a bike off the ship, it doesn't cost anything, and you can do your own bike riding if you so desire. Okay, in Vienna. Now this is the place, I'm a history guy. They had one of the most incredible aqueducts, Roman aqueducts that's still existing. And the Roman ruins in this area were huge and were fabulous. There's a spectacular cathedral, the Augustus and Livia Temple, and the St. Mary's Cathedral, a Gothic church that took over 500 years to build. 500 years, older than our country. Think about that. So on this whole valley route, you see how pretty it is. And that time of the year, I hope and pray and believe that we should be getting the fall color changes in this area. You know, because it's so far south, their color changes happen much later into November than, say, in northern France. And then we end up the cruise in Lyon. And Lyon, I got to tell you, you're going to like this. Lyon is a cool city, fabulous city, and they so much history and so much there where it's both new and old. And I'll tell you what, this is a city just south of Paris that has an inferiority complex to Paris, except for in one area. And my gosh, do they tout this. They call themselves the gastronomical capital of all of France. Matter of fact, when you're in Lyon, they will say they're the gastronomical capital of all of Europe, okay? And you know, the Parisians don't argue with that much, so I think that's something. Look at this picture, isn't this just absolutely breathtaking? Man, in fact, this makes me hungry and thirsty, by the way. Looks like Silver Oak, doesn't it? Okay, now let me switch gears. And I want to talk to you about the river cruise ship, the AmaKristina. Ama has 19 ships. This, to me, of this size ship, which all of them are this size or smaller, 162 people, 81 cabins, and we've got 25 of those 81 cabins. But this ship is without question the best ship, the most well-designed, the decor, honestly, the staff, because its godmother is the owner or one of the three owners of AmaWaterways. It's named after her. We've been on this ship twice and it's spectacular. So you will be very, very pleased with everything, the decor, the food, the service, everything. If you look up on top there, you'll see there is a heated pool with a bartender. If you like that, there's a walking trail, or walking track. You'll see all the, they call that the sun deck, and there's a lot going on up there. And when we are cruising, which we will do every day during the day, we overnight most of the times in a village, or because the villages are only 25, 30 miles apart, sometimes we can leave at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and be at our port by 9 when we get off. You'll see the dining room there. If you've not been on a river cruise, it's only 3 levels, and then the sun deck on top of the 3rd level. So it's very intimate, very easy to meet people. There's one big lounge, and you see that right below the bridge in the with all the windows there, the green windows, and that is the lounge, okay, with great visibility on both sides of the ship, because you see scenery, you see history on both sides of the ship the whole time you're cruising. Right below that lounge is the restaurant, okay, and that's a great thing. In the rear or the aft of the ship, there's a restaurant called the Chef's Table that holds about 28 people, and they will do this for us. We will have half of our group there one night and the other half of our group of 50 people. So 25 on one night and 25 on another night, or 26, whatever it will be. But the ship itself is just so beautiful. But I think you'll find the food quality, the wine, of course, fabulous, and the service so good. Let me, before I get into the prices, tell you also that almost everything is included. If you haven't been on a river cruise ship, your lodging, of course, is included. Your food is included. And by the way, the food, Ama has been awarded the top awards from everybody that awards food within the cruise industry as the best food, the culinary aspects, the best culinary aspect of any river cruise going. And that's one reason why we love to put our groups on Ama. The other reason, very simply, or the other thing I like very simply, is as we go through different areas within this river cruise, you will have the option of eating local foods and drinking the local wines, or Western food and Napa Sonoma wines, like the Silver Oak, excuse me. So let's talk about the ship themselves. There's only 3 levels. The lower level has that's category E and D. Those are fixed windows on the top of the room. They're 160 square foot, and they start at $3,591. That's for the food, the lodging, the tours, and you get wine and beer at lunch and dinner, or champagne in the morning for mimosas or whatever. And then let's go to the next deck up, the piano deck. There are the category BBs, which are French balconies and an outside balcony, meaning there are double balcony rooms. The new ships have these double balconies, and they are wonderful. They are so popular. The BBs are on the piano, or excuse me, on the cello deck, the top deck, and the BAs are on the deck below it a little bit less. They're on the second deck called the violin deck. I'll show you this in just a second. So, and then we have the AAs, and right now the AAs are sold out. We're looking, the category SS suite went first, although we're trying to get another suite. There's 2 of them on the ship, and the category AA, we have sold those out, but we've asked for more too. So we've got the ABs, the BAs, and the BBs. Let's go to the next, and I'll show you this. Oh, whoops, I've got to talk to you about this first. There will be a pre-package, and Mike and Lauren Verrill will be your host for the pre-package in Barcelona. And it's 3 nights, which will be before the cruise, November 10th through the 13th. Cost on that is $12.90 per person for double, or if you are going as a solo traveler for the pre-package, it is $1,890, and that includes the high-speed train transfer from Barcelona on the 13th to the ship on November 13th, okay? Final payments June 25th. All payments non-refundable, but they can be transferred. So let me get into this. Then I will be doing a 1-night pre-package in Marseille. I was just in Barcelona not too long ago, so I love Marseille, and we're going to just stay 1 night in Marseille on the 12th and get transfers from that area to the ship. And I strongly recommend, please, 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 don't go in the day of the ship. Don't fly in. There's too much going on in the air industry. You don't want to do that. So fly in at least 1 day. And matter of fact, if you want to customize your trip to go into Paris first, we have several people already that were telling us that they're going to go into Paris early and then take the high-speed train to Arles to get on the ship. That's perfectly fine. We can help arrange that. We've got some people that are going to go into Monaco and see Monte Carlo early. We'll customize that for you. We'll help you with your travel insurance. We'll help you with everything you need. We will help make this happen for you. Again, we just on November 14th celebrated our 36th year anniversary in business. And again, from Mimi and myself and our entire staff, we want to say thank you to you for your business, your repeat business, your referrals. We stay in business because of you, and that we've never lost sight of. And our mission statement is we create memories that last a lifetime for you. And honest, it's just an honor to help you plan these dream vacations that will truly be memories that will last a lifetime. So this being our 37th anniversary a year from now, November 13th through the 20th of 2025. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Wish they wouldn't have put that picture. Holy cow. Look at us. That was when we started, and I think that was 1989 or 1990. And there's that good looking couple on the right nowadays wearing my Chiefs red. And our fabulous staff. Our staff is so great. Lynette Talge, Ashley Faulkner, and Stacy Roll are all in our group department, and they are here to help you with whatever you would like. So when you think about this, if you have questions, if you already have a vacation advisor in our company, please just talk to them, whether it's Andrea Redding, Cassie Johnson, Anna Bidstrup, Kim North, Deb Mitchell, whoever it might be. Just please talk to them. If not, ask for Lynette Talge or Ashley Faulkner. They are in our group department. You can call them at 816-505-1500 or email them groups at cruiseholidayskc.travel, and that'll get to us. And with that said, honest to goodness, let me just go back to that again. The cruises, if you've ever done river cruising, it's just such an incredible experience. And I don't know if you know this or not, but the satisfaction in 2023, they do not have 2024 numbers yet, was close to 97%. It's like 96.7%, something like that, almost 97%. AmaWaterways led that. They were at a little over 98, about 98.2% satisfaction. I want you to think about that, because if you've never river cruised, you must try it. Please try it. I'm begging you to try it. With 98% satisfaction, I can promise you, you're going to love the experience. You just will. And you will find, in my way of thinking, it's worth the entire investment of time and money. And what I always like to say, this is my new sense of humor joke, is I want you to join, if you have kids, I want you to join the ski club. And what does that mean? That ski means spend your kids' inheritance, and spend it now while you can. Okay, going back through this, that AmaKristina, you will love the ship. Think about this, 162 passengers, 81 staterooms. We've got in our group 25 room blocks, and we've got 18 of these cabins already booked and deposited on. The deposit amount, by the way, it doesn't show on this category, but maybe on the very bottom of the page, is $1,800 per person. We can take that by credit card, but when I negotiate these values, these deals with the partial charters, they then say, okay, Mark, we'll give you what you want, like that bottle of Silver Oak in everybody's room, and several other things, better pricing than you can get online. You can't get this anyway because Silver Oak has it, but long story short, you'll just find it is a great value. The other two payments, one, the next payment will be 45% of your reservation total amount, including the pre-package, is due on April 25th, and that must be paid by check or wiring. And the final balance is due June 25th. Again, that must be paid by check or wiring. Okay, so with that said, my gosh, I want to thank you again for considering this. I can promise you, I know the people that signed up last night, and they are all very, very fabulous people to travel with, very interesting people, very well-traveled people, most of them, not all of them. And we got some that are first timers, and they just wanted to go because the group was going, and because I was going, and Mike and Lauren as hosts, so they just felt comfortable with that. And that's okay. My job is to break the ice and help you all get to know each other. We will then have a document party right before we go. So if we're going on November, say 10th or 11th on the pre-package, we'll have that document party in late October. I will get pictures taken of everybody, or if you're away from Kansas City or can't make it, we'll have you send pictures. We will give you a cheat sheet so you have everybody's name with their face, so that when you get on this cruise, by the second or third day, you'll have the faces and names down pat. But again, I just wanted to say thank you so much for considering this fabulous trip. Gosh almighty, you will love it. You'll find out why this Rhône River is Mimi's favorite river. The weather will be good. I think we'll get some fall color changes that time of the year. The Roman history, the French history in this area is spectacular. You know the wine is great, and you will love the food on this too. So on behalf of all of us here at Cruise Holidays of Kansas City, let me just say thank you for watching this webinar, and I hope you'll give us a call and let us help you find a stateroom that will work for you. It will answer any and all of your questions. If you're a solo traveler, we've got some very special values for you. They gave us 4 staterooms that we can sell to solo travelers at not a completely waived supplement, but a discounted supplement. So again, and if you haven't had Silver Oak's Cabernet and you like a full-bodied Cabernet, try Silver Oak's wine, and you know what you will be getting on this. Thank you everybody for joining me, and I look forward to I look forward to seeing you on this cruise in about a year or so. But in the meantime, right now it's a little bit before Thanksgiving. Let me wish you a very, very happy and blessed Thanksgiving time. We are thankful for you, and happy holidays, everybody. Hope you'll go with us. Take care. Bye-bye.